Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is straight out of Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for episode 28 of my Indiana Pacers MyLeague for an NBA 2K15, and today we're going to be simulating all of Season 4 in what is officially our final chance, or our last run at an NBA title. So I'm going to pretty much give you guys month-by-month updates. So at the end of month 1, we are 15-1. We got out of the gates on a roll. We've won our last 11 games. We're only allowing 88 points a game. We're scoring over 102, and it's overall just been a fantastic month. No big injuries, guys, just missed day-to-day and stuff like that. At the end of month 2, which would be December, we are 25-6, so a bit, we lost our last 3 games, I think, or we lost 3 games in a row at some point, so that brought our record down a little bit, but 25-6 is certainly nothing to shy away from. But anyway, Paul George, we finally got our first big injury. He is out for 4 to 6 weeks with a broken thigh. He would only be out for 4 weeks though, so it was not a backbreaker. Now we're certainly going to suffer without him. We're going to get Jamal Crawford and Joe Johnson back into the rotation a little bit, as neither had really had consistent playing time before George went down. But before George went down, we finished off that month 11-3, so we're 36-9, still top of the Eastern Conference, rolling right along. And you can see the season stats up to this point. This was right around the time of the trade deadline, and something that's going to pop out is Dwight Howard and LaMarcus Aldridge, neither of whom are performing very well. Dwight's putting up about 12 and 8 with only a block and a half a game, and Aldridge is putting up 9 and 5. We need, or 9 and 6, and we need a lot more offense out of those guys if we want to contend well into the, or deep, make a deep playoff run. So I was searching around for some trades, and it's really hard to unload LaMarcus or Dwight's salary. I was really trying to trade LaMarcus. I thought I could hold on to Dwight because I thought he would be too important to our defense to get rid of. But unloading LaMarcus' $20 million salary just proved to be too tough, so we're going to have to stick it out with this team. We go well past the trade deadline now. We make no moves. We are riding it out with this team. We're going to keep our chemistry intact and all that. And you can see Paul George finally gets back. So we finished the month of February tied for the top of the Eastern Conference at 43-14 with the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have emerged a bit as maybe the 4th contender in the East, along with the Raptors, Hornets, and Pacers. But we're simulating through March here, as you can see, and we suffer our second big injury. LaMarcus Aldridge out with knee tendonitis for 4 to 5 weeks. So Donatas Montiunas is going to get his way into the starting lineup, and we're going to play a lot more small ball, as we're going to keep Crawford and Johnson into the rotation. So we don't have a lot of depth with our backup big men, but we survived that injury. Go through March, we're 54-19, atop of the Eastern Conference yet again, and we're simulating the last half month or so of the season. It actually started a little rough. We got better. LaMarcus Aldridge finally gets healthy at the end of the season. I would eventually throw him back in. I think I played him the final game or two. But Emmanuel Mudiay would actually get hurt a little bit. He would end up suffering a sore ankle. So he is day-to-day as we start the playoffs. We are done with the regular season. I'll show you guys the standings in just a moment. But Emmanuel Mudiay's status is up in the air right now for the first game of the playoffs. But take a look at the awards first. We'll deal with that later. As you can see, the All-NBA teams, I think Paul George makes 13. Yep, there it is, despite missing a month with that broken thigh. And I don't think we had anyone else make any other teams. So, yeah, anyway. You can take a look at the standings right here. So we finished tied for second in the Eastern Conference with actually tied for first. It's a 3-way tie with the Raptors and the Cavaliers. The Hornets all the way down to the 5 seed. The Nets actually finished ahead of them, surprisingly enough. Take a look at the final season stats, and you can see neither Aldridge nor Dwight really got their averages up, but both, or the trio of George, Oubre, and Mudiay really carried us throughout the season. Oubre took a huge step forward this season, and that was good to see. I was really hoping for that after we inserted him into the starting lineup in the offseason, but we ended up taking the 3rd seed, unfortunately. I guess the tiebreakers just didn't really go in our fortune, or I don't know what the word would be, but anyway, we allowed less than 90 points again for the 2nd straight season, so our defense is still pretty good. And now you can see Mudiay's status has been upgraded to just hurt, so he can play through the injury, but he's actually going to get fully healthy before the series starts. I was originally going to play him 27 minutes a game and play Tyus Jones 27 minutes a game, as you can see right here, but before we start the simulation, you're going to see he actually gets fully healthy, and we were able to put him back in the rotation, where we're taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. And before we start the simulating, take a look at how their team did this year. So their top player was pretty much Devin Booker. I guess you could say either him, Carter Williams, or Embiid were their top players. They added Evan Turner back. Nerlens Noel also in that front court, but he's out for this playoff series with a torn MCL. That's the 2 to 4 week injury, as you saw right there. And you can see some of the other players on the roster as well. But let's get to the simulating. We were the 3 seed there, the 6 seed. We are the favorites in the matchup. We will see how it goes, but we win the first game, we win game 2, so an early 2-0 series lead. They take game 3 in Philly, but we win game 4 in Philly, and that sets up a 5-game series victory for the Indiana Pacers. So because we did not luck out in that tiebreaker, we're going to end up having to take on the Raptors in the second round. Whereas the Hornets, who did not luck out, they got the 5 seed, of course, but they beat the Nets in the first round, and the 1 seed Cavaliers actually lost, so they're taking on the number 8 seeded Celtics in the second round. But yeah, we did not quite luck out like that. So because if there's 3 teams with that tiebreaker, you want to be the number 1 team, because the 2 and the 3 are going to play each other at some point before they get to the 1. So we sort of didn't luck out, and we end up going down 3-0 in this series. But we win game 4, we win game 5, we win game 6, we're back in it, and we win game 7. We pull off the 0-3 comeback in the conference semifinals against the Toronto Raptors. You can see I was freaking out, and we're taking on our arch rival, the Charlotte Hornets, in the final round. So take a look at their team stats. Obviously, Kevin Durant, Kemba Walker, and Lance Stevenson leading the way. This is pretty much the same team from last year. They also have PJ Harrison, and then they have that sort of slew of big men. But anyway, we're taking on the Hornets. We've lost to them before. Let's see how it goes. We lose the first 2 games, and for the second straight series, we're going to go down 0-3. But we're going to win game 4 once again, trying to pull off that comeback for the second straight time. We get it back to a game 7, and that is right, we win it again. The second straight series, and you can see, I was freaking out when that happened. That's the second straight series that we just pulled off a comeback down 3-0 in that series to win it in 7 games. So take a look at the Grizzlies team we're taking on in the finals. This is the team we made the Marc Gasol trade with a year ago. They've actually bounced back nicely. They've added James Harden. They have KJ McDaniels, who we traded to them, Giannis Antetokounmpo. But we will see if we can try to beat them. They were the 1 seed in the West, and we take the first 2 games of the series in Memphis. They win game 3, we win game 4, and the Indiana Pacers are NBA champions. So we finally do it in year 4, simulating the entire thing, and we win the NBA championship. So that is pretty much going to do it. Now, that will wrap up this series as a whole. I think I'm going to try and put out a quick, like, literally 3-minute channel update. That is sort of my goodbye for now. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can watch that video. But anyway, that is going to do it for this series. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I really enjoyed playing this. I know I've had a couple videos where I complained about 2K a lot, but I actually did end up enjoying playing this series and building the team that I did. So I hope you guys did enjoy it as well. Thanks for watching. Hope you did enjoy, and I'm out. Peace.